Great evening, everyone. I do apologize. I was having some technical difficulties this evening. So, welcome, welcome. We are going to do the Evolve segment with my beautiful friend, Damaris Semolinsky. Let me bring her right in because we are a little bit behind schedule. So, please welcome Damaris Semolinsky. Hi, Damaris.
Hi, Alex.
How are you? I haven't seen you in a while.
I know you sound really muffled.
I do. I've been having a lot. I'm having issues. So what I'm going to ask is for our friends to let me know if they can hear us. So I'm going to
Weird.
wait.
Yeah, you sound really slow when you speak.
Ay, Dios mío. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see what's going on.
You sound really slow.
Ay, Dios mío. Okay. Okay, so I'm seeing live. Everyone, give me thumbs up. You guys can hear me good. I think you guys can hear me well. I can hear you. Okay.
I asked them if they could hear you, Alex. If they
Yes.
hear you, okay.
They can hear me well. I'm looking at watching it live, so I'm good. So we're gonna play this. Okay, sounds good. Thank you so much, Ada, Anna. Thank you for connecting. Just remember to tag that friend, ask them to join us this evening. And I do apologize again, but technology. 1 second, it's our best friend. The next second, it's a nightmare. And that's what happened last minute. I was ready like 20 minutes before we went on live. And 3 minutes before, 4 minutes before, I was having an issue. Hi, Tanya. Hope you're doing well. So, Damaris, can you hear me a little bit better? Oh, we lost Damaris. So let Damaris connect again. You guys, Tanya, you know what to do. Please let Damaris know that she got disconnected because she probably thinks she's still live. So if somebody can just text Damaris. So in the meantime, I want to know how everyone is doing. Let me know how your January went. Was it a good one? Was it an exciting one? Do you guys have your goals set for 2022? And there's Damaris again. Damaris, can you hear me better?
Now I can hear you perfect.
Perfecto. I love it. I love it. So we're talking about January. So Damaris, how was your January? I can't believe we're February 2nd already.
I know. January, I was really a lot indoor. It was really cold in January, so I was
It was
home a
cold.
lot. It was cold. Working on I'm doing new classes, so I was working on putting that together. So just doing that, being home, not really going out too much. I haven't been out that much.
Okay. Okay. So do you have your goals set for 2022?
Definitely my word for 2022 is living courageously. So even if I'm fearful, I'm still going to be courageous during the fear. So I'm just going to keep doing what I have to do without fear, without putting obstacles in the way. I mean, if we don't do it now, when are we going to do it, right? If I don't follow my own goals, then who's going to do it for me, right? So I just have to put the fear on the side and just keep moving forward.
Absolutely. So what is one, and this is the question, this is the icebreaker question, everybody. The first question is, does everyone have goals set for 2022? And if so, I hope the answer is yes. If so, if you don't mind sharing one of your goals. That's it. That's what I want you guys to do right now. Besides saying hello, and I love all those hellos coming in. Judy, hello, Inge, hello, my ladies. I love it. Remember to tag a friend. Um, you know, Tell them to join us, and we're gonna have some fun this evening. So, Damaris, any
Yes.
shout outs that you want to share? Any special birthdays in January or in February?
Oh, my friend's birthday today, Aisha. Her birthday is today. So happy birthday to Aisha. She's out with her mom. So she's out, for dinner with her mother, but it's her birthday today.
Beautiful.
I do have a couple of nieces and nephews that, their birthdays is in Aquarius. So um they're still in that month of Aquarius, that sign of Aquarius. So happy birthday to them. Yeah. How about you? Do you know anybody that's an Aquarius?
So I know there's a few birthdays today, and believe me, my mind is all over the place. But one of the birthdays that stick out, I want to say a huge shout out to Gary Vogel, Dina's husband.
Oh,
His
yes,
birthday
yes, yes.
today. So a huge shout out to Gary. He's such a special
Happy
person. I
birthday.
hope he's
Yes.
celebrating. So let me send out a couple of shout outs here. Kat Alicia, hello. Sherry, thank you for joining us. Of course, Ada's with us. And please tag those friends, get them up, get them, on Flutterflies so we can have a really good time. We're going to have a nice topic. Ada says her brother's birthday's today. Yes, I saw that as well.
Oh,
Happy
wow. Happy
Orlando.
birthday.
Yes, Orlando. So tonight we're doing our segment Evolve, like I mentioned with Damaris. And I do apologize because I am having a little bit of issues with this world of belonging,
Technical.
because I'm putting Damaris' name up and it keeps on coming on my side. I see it. I'm having trouble with the system because I see it on live and everything is fine. Okay, está bien. I feel a little bit better now. So happy birthday to all those January and February babies. I hope you had a great January, and I hope your February is off to a great start. So we're going to be touching on goals a little bit later on, but I want to start. We always mention the mantra, right? And the mantra,
Yeah.
it was perfect because now we're going to February, the month of love, of friendship. So
And that's what I'm going to talk about. So,
yes.
Valentine's Day.
So
Yeah.
the mantra for today, Damaris, is infinite love. So it goes like this. Love is the only universal truth. Love is simple. It needs no explanation. Love is unconditional, complete, and free. Love is kindness. Love is compassion. Love is strength that can move mountains. Let this be a reminder that you are loved, wholly, truly, infinite. Love is infinite and it yearns to be let out. Vent your love to all that
Beautiful.
lives around you. It is water in the soil, air in our lungs, songs in our ears. Love is meant to be everywhere. I love this mantra.
Beautiful.
It
Yeah. It's
up,
beautiful.
stand
It's
up a
very
little bit.
touching. And it's true, everything you said. I mean, it resonates, everything you said in
I
that
love it.
mantra.
So love. So Damaris, let's start with what's one way, and this is something that we spoke with the kids from Wings of Empowerment the other day, is actually last night when they did yoga with Elaine. It was such a great class, let me tell you. And then we did the adult yoga. So I'm going to do another invite to all our young friends and to our adult friends to come out and do yoga with us. Complimentary. So I'm going to put another date together. But Elaine spoke a little bit about love and, how do you make someone feel special? So Damaris, what's a simple way to show love?
Well, I would say letting people know they're important, right? Because everybody wants to be important. They want to feel acknowledged and valued and recognized. So I feel like acknowledging someone is really important. If someone does something for you, say thank you. Always acknowledge that person so that they know that they're important. And we're all important in our own way. And so I feel like letting them know they're important in your life in whatever way, shape, or form. We need to let them know. I'll give you an example. Like, I was thinking about the whole pandemic and everything we've been through. And, we look at the essential workers, let's say, for example, we have this parade or whatever you want to call it with these truckers. And I don't know if you know about it, if you heard about it.
Yes.
And so, without these truckers, they're the ones that make America run. Without them, we don't get gas, right? Because they drive those big trucks with the gas. We don't get food. We don't get supplies. So it's like, oh my gosh, if they like all stopped, where would we be? You know what I mean? So it's like we take so much for granted, and we
We
need
do.
to acknowledge these, these truck drivers that bring us supplies of all types, and including gas. If we don't have gas, I remember when Sandy hit us, that the trucks couldn't come into the island to deliver gas, and people were lining up to get gas. I don't know if you remember that.
Yes.
And I remember that I was driving, my car was like, it was like almost on E, and there was no gas anywhere. And as I was driving on Main Street, and as I was driving, a truck pulled in, one of those huge trucks delivering gas. And I was like, oh my God, like it was almost like I won the lotto. And so I went on the line. There was a line already waiting, but I went on the line, and I knew that night I was going to have gas in my car. So thank God for the truck drivers. And so these are little things we take for granted, and people like are on the side of the roads with signs, "We love you," and thanking them. And I'm doing the same thing on social media. I'm like, "I love you, truckers." Without them, we don't, yeah, America, or the world, say, doesn't run. They're the ones bringing the deliveries.
Well, it's even like the ships that are out at sea, right? They're
Yeah,
out there, they get the products into the stores. And that's a whole nother topic, right? With the prices of everything going up. It's
yeah,
it oh my goodness. I keep on saying I go to the store, I get two little bags, nothing major, just a couple little things. It's like 50, 60, $70.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah,
yes, we have to be grateful for those little things. So, like you said, Damaris, showing that appreciation, letting people know they're important. So, my question to all our
yeah,
beautiful viewers is, what's one way that you can show love to another person? So, I would love to hear those answers. And of course, I
yeah. It'd
also
be
want
nice
to
to know.
hear. I also want to hear. What are your goals? What is one of your goals for 2022? So, being kind to another person. You know, we're not going to go into the topic because the topic is not tonight about COVID and that vaccine, but even just showing
Hmm.
kindness to a person when they decide to to stay on team yes and then or on team no, right? And you guys know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to go into the topic, but
Yeah,
just respecting people's decisions, or even when just simple things, that smile. And I mentioned this when we used to do the morning empowerment segments. Smiling, that could change a person's day. You can make a person's morning, afternoon with a simple smile, holding the door for someone. One thing that I did about a month ago, I was getting I was going to the spa, and as I got out, I didn't, I was very, very casual. I got out of my car. You know how I love my heels, right, Damaris? I love my
yeah,
heels. I was getting I was getting out of my car, and this lady passed me. She was looking beautiful. She had her heels, her dress, and it just came out. I was like, "Oh my goodness, you look so beautiful." Her smile, I
yeah.
could tell I brightened her afternoon, and it came out so naturally. And she was like, "Oh, thank you." And we kept on our ways. But simple things can make a huge difference.
Absolutely.
I
Yeah.
love that. So
You
let
know
me
what I
hear.
like to do? I like to, if I see that person's name tag, like in a supermarket or wherever, I call them by their name. And that's letting them know that they look up and like,
Yes,
how does this person know my name? They forget that they have the tag, but I talk to them as if I knew them, because I call them by their names. They like that too. So it's like little things, that make a difference.
absolutely. So Damaris, I'm gonna read some of the comments here. Indu, so from
Okay.
the Metal Club, hopefully I got it right, because you guys know I mess up people's names and stores. Just me, I gotta work on that. But I have a beautiful some beautiful news. September, Celebrando Mujeres Latinas will be celebrated in Port Jefferson at her beautiful, beautiful venue. So wait for
Oh,
those news.
yes.
Those details are gonna be out soon. So Alicia says, be mindful of the small things. I like that. Ana
Yeah.
Figueroa says, respect others' opinions and standards. Yes,
I love that.
love
Yeah.
it. Inga shares, she says embracing being a homeowner, continue learning and sharing knowledge so important, serving
That
others and
is.
keeping love uh, uh keep loving, I'm sorry. Ada says cooking their favorite dish. Absolutely.
Oh, yes.
Sometimes we feel it's like, oh, that's nothing, we take for granted, but when they cook your favorite dish, um that's like a treat. Your belly feels great, right? Those taste buds are smiling. um and the shares, like it shows they took up that time to make that meal, having you in mind, knowing that it's
Yep.
going to make you happy. So I love that. Judy says here, let me see, at my job that is very important. Call the person by their name. She says she loves that, calling people by
Yeah.
name. Absolutely. So Ronan says love from Puerto Rico. Saludos, Ronan. My mom, saludos, mami. Ronan, saluditos a todos. So Damaris, um,
Yes.
I know February is the month of love, the month of friendship. I think it's also important that we show ourselves love.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. That's the first person we need to show love to is the self. You need to love yourself unconditionally because if you don't love yourself, you're projecting that into the universe and people won't show you love. And so you have to be almost like the model. You have to show what you want to receive. You know what I mean? So you show it to yourself and then you receive it. So definitely, people that don't love themselves, they find themselves in really bad situations.
Absolutely. So that's going to be the next question. How do you guys treat yourself? How do you show yourself some love? So, Damaris, what's something that you do for self care?
Oh my gosh, every morning I make a blend. I have a blend that I make and I switch it up every now and then with my essential oils and I massage my feet every single morning because that's another thing we take for granted. And I've spoke about the feet and the hands. The feet take us from point A to point B. We have to acknowledge our body parts and say, oh my gosh, what would I do without my feet? You know what I mean? So I
Absolutely.
give them a massage every morning and I make a blend of different oils. I don't use the same ones all the time, but I do that every single day. I take a shower when I come out. That's what I do. My whole process in the morning takes me a long time because I take that time to massage my feet, to lotion my whole body. It's just that's really taking care of my skin, and especially in the winter, we have dry skin. And if we don't really take care of it, then it gets like cracked, especially if you're washing your hands all the time. You have to, put lotion and keep up with that. My hands are another thing. I mean, what do we do without our hands? You know what I mean? Like we gotta thank our hands. I thank my hands. I actually have a blessing prayer for my hands. And I share that when I teach Reiki with people, my students. It's really and nurses I think have some sort of prayer for their hands too. Um, that's how we heal, touching someone, hugging someone, that's how we make a meal, everything we do with the hands. So we really have to acknowledge our parts that are so important to us and that help other people. Yeah.
Absolutely. So definitely, I do the massage. I try to do it in the morning on my feet and at night. And it just soothes me. It feels beautiful. But I love Ada's comment. She goes, she gets her monthly massage from my sister Maria. And again, I
Yeah.
tell you guys, I keep it real. If I don't believe in someone's services, you could be my sister, you could be Damaris, you could be my aunt, you could
Yeah.
be my mom. I
Absolutely.
don't believe in it. I'm sorry. I'm not going to say anything bad about them. I just won't promote them. My sister is an excellent massage therapist. So if you're in the Suffolk area, I can hook you up with her number. She's excellent. So Ada goes to her monthly. I got my massage last week. You feel wonderful. So if
Yeah.
those that have never gotten a massage, go out and get one. You are going to feel amazing. Getting your hair done, getting your nails done, if that's something that you enjoy doing, and getting a facial, maybe going to the gym,
Yeah.
going for a walk, taking that time out for just you. even if it's 10, 15 minutes, do it. Make it a habit every single day. Even if it's 5 minutes in the morning, slow it down, take 5 minutes, say a prayer, meditate, read a paragraph, enjoy a cup of coffee, whatever it may be.
Yes,
But take time for you, that self care. So let me read a couple of more comments. I
definitely.
love when you guys
Yes,
put these comments. You don't know,
yes.
this smile comes from seeing these comments. I love it. So let me see. Kathy says, that is a good question. I absolutely love who I am on the inside, which goes back to answering your 2022 goals question. I believe my answer to that is working on how I look. I like that, right?
Yeah, I
Because when
like
you
that.
look in the mirror, it's not, we've spoken about looking in the mirror, right? It's not only about seeing the physical, right? It's also about the inside.
Yeah,
But we also
of
want to
course.
look in that mirror and feel good overall. So I love that. I've been gaining a little bit of weight now with the winter. I'm like a bear. I hibernate. I don't want to outdoors. I don't want to go to the gym. I don't want to do anything. I want to snuggle and don't bother me till about March. And
Especially with
you
this
know,
cold, right?
yeah. But lately I've been like, no, you know what? This the Fitbit helps me because I'm like, oh, wait a minute, how many steps did I do? I need to start walking around. And March is coming. So you guys know what March is. March 27th, we're celebrating our Women's Empowerment Luncheon. March 27th. Check out our Facebook page. I hope to see everyone there. So I gotta fit in that dress, Damaris, and I gotta wear my heels. I gotta start losing some weight. So absolutely. Let me see here. Indra
You're
says
too funny.
meditation. Meditation is good to the mind and soul. Meditation is a must healing to be mindful and be mindful. Take care of yourself first before you take care
Yeah,
of others. Ada shares
absolutely.
saying daily affirmations. I love it. I
Yeah.
love it. Thank you so much for your participation. I love those comments. And again, the question is, what is one of your 2022 goals? So let us know. Start putting that in the comments. So Damaris, I'm going to go over to you because I know you have a beautiful message for us today regarding, I think it's about love, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, it
So go
is.
ahead, Damaris.
So love, is an action, right? You have to act on it, right? It's not just, a noun, it's an action word. You have to act upon it. And so compassion is really love in action. So how do we show compassion? I mean, I know that since 2020, there has been a lot of, like you were saying, people on this side, people on that side. If we all showed compassion for one another, which is really what's required, we wouldn't have, so many, disagreements, if you will. So, showing compassion is really showing love. And I feel that there's a lot of that we can do. Compassion really, when you look at the word passion could be good or bad. You know what I mean? It could have a negative energy attached to it. If people are really passionate and they're out being promiscuous and stuff like that,
Right.
so it could have a negative energy, it could have negative results. But when you add the word compassion, there's nothing negative about that word. There's nothing negative about compassion. Um, and it's really an act of love. And so, February 14th is around the corner, but love should be something that an action that we take every single day. And it's
Absolutely.
really about telling people, I love you, I love you, I love you. I know that, for example, Ada, who I love, I always tell, and Tanya, I'm always telling them, I love you, I love you, I love you, because I feel like I want them to hear it and I want them to know it on a regular basis. You know what I mean? And I always do that with people that I feel like I need to tell them, I'm not shy about it. I don't get embarrassed at all when I say it. Um, you know, it should just be, so that to uplift people, to make them feel good about themselves, and as it's contagious as well. As you do it, they'll do it to other people and for other people. So again, love is compassion, and compassion is love, and we really need to start owning that, especially this year. This year, I always like to do the numerology of things. This is a 6th year. The 6th year is related to the planet Venus. Venus is the planet of love, is the planet of women. And so women shouldn't be catty with one another. They should work together. They should be more, working in collaboration, and not being competitive to each other. We all have gifts. It's just sharing each other's gifts and utilizing each other's gifts to get to reach a goal, or to create something that has never been created before. So again, love is really, really important this year, especially. We've been through 2 years, 2021, of a lot of change, a lot of shifts. And this year, even if it's towards the end of the year, we have to start settling again, not going back to normal, because I don't think we'll ever have normal. It's just a new way of being, a new way of living, a new way of acting. And love should be at the forefront of it. We always do an oil, and the oil that I know that goes with that is rose. Rose is an oil that raises your vibration to the highest level. It just is the highest frequency on the planet is roses, red roses. Who would have thought that, right? And when you wear that oil on your heart, it just elevates you. It brings you to a level of just sharing without seizing that love. It's like you can share it without ever thinking that it's you're gonna be you're gonna lose out, you're gonna lack it. We don't lack love. We just have to keep giving it, keep giving it, and as we give it, we receive it. You don't get what you don't give, and people need to understand that.
Absolutely. So Damaris, when you mentioned, going back to the normal, right? I think it's about
Yeah,
now it's the new norm. What's the new norm for our time? What's the new norm for our next generation? Because the world that we lived in, let's say 2019 and before, that was our norm, right? We would get up, go anywhere very freely. No one was
that's
asking us
over.
what our health status was, none of that, right? So I think now the new norm is X, Y, and Z, right? And but definitely, I love the oil that you mentioned, the rose. We definitely need to I think the bottom line is definitely when it comes to love is that respect,
Yeah,
having respect. I think once you have
yeah,
respect and that open communication, where we're not going to agree all the time, right? You have your point of view. I may have mine. We may definitely meet in the middle sometimes. Doesn't mean that we don't have to be friends, that we need to end up fighting. And I think that's what we're seeing in the
yeah,
world today. We definitely need more love, more compassion, more kindness. And then we start seeing that domino effect, right? And like you mentioned, when you start
absolutely.
telling people how you love them, how you appreciate them, they feel great. So now when they meet with their other friends or family relatives, they might point out, hey, I felt good when Damaris said she loves me. Let me tell auntie that I love her, or my sister, or let me tell this person, wow, that dress looks wonderful on you, and really mean it from the heart. That is spreading
Yeah.
love. That is spreading
And
love.
I think a lot of people throw around the word love, just they throw it around like rice at a wedding, and there's no like basis, or there is no substance to it. We when we say it, we have to really mean it. and
Absolutely.
um and that will give permission also to other people to do the same thing for to say it to other people. I think that we withhold the word love. I don't know why we withhold it, but we do. Especially in relationships, right? In romantic relationships, they don't say it, God knows till when, because they don't want commitment or for whatever reason. And it's really, if you're connecting with a soul on that level, it's love. What else do you think brought you together? You know? And it's just say it, a lot of people love with condition, and that's an egoic
Yeah.
kind of vibration. When you love with condition, you're loving if the person is good to you, or if they're not good to you, then you don't love them anymore. When there's unconditional love, you just say, okay, you did something that I don't like or that I'm not accepting, I still love you, but I don't accept this behavior. and really communication is key in letting someone know I love you, but your behavior is unacceptable. And so if I'm not talking to you right now, doesn't mean I don't love you. It just means that I am processing your behavior. you know
Uh,
so we have to learn to just use that word and mean it, and use it often. That's what I
Absolutely.
feel.
Right. And there's also that love, like you said, there's conditions, right? So the condition could be,
Yeah,
there's a lot of conditions that sometimes people feel like they need to put, right? So for example, I love you because I'm getting X, Y, and Z from you. So as long
exactly.
as I get, you know, another 10 pair of shoes, in my case, another 10 pair of
Yeah.
shoes, I love you. As long as you keep on taking me to these expensive locations, I love you. Is that really love? So again, going
No,
back to
that's lust.
how some people use that word very freely, you know, it's a shame because that is not love, right? If you're only expecting
No, you have to
something in
feel it.
return.
It's a feeling. It's a feeling. And I also don't get, for me, for example, if somebody hurt me, like I've had a lot of people that hurt me. My ex hurt me really, really bad, but I love him because he taught me the greatest lessons of my life. I don't tell him that, but I know that.
But Damaris,
you
we're right.
know
We're on the same boat because it took me a long time
yes.
with my situation with my ex. Right, there was a point where I used to use the word H, and we know what that word H is, right?
Yes.
That's
Yes.
not a word that I use very freely. I could probably count the times in my hand that I've used that word, right? Um, Now I don't hate this person, and again, I'm right there with you. I
Yeah.
respect that he's my daughter's father, and
Yeah.
he did teach me one of the biggest lessons in my life.
Oh
Absolutely.
yeah.
And that lesson has opened, believe it or not, other doors, right? I've shared this. That lesson brought Flutterflies to life, and now that lesson is still bringing other things to light. So I'm
I
right
mean,
there.
look at all that it brought you. Come on now. Send love. Send love. Send love, Alex.
Let me see here.
I don't think you're sending it though.
Amor, listen, I don't know if I'm there with the love yet with him, but I would never wish anything
See,
bad
but
upon.
it's not love. It's not love from a sexual kind of
No,
love
of
or
course
wanting to be back with that person.
no.
Is a love of saying, thank you for the greatest lessons of my life that catapult me into who I am today. And that allowed me to grow in a way that I was able to, open up my baby, your Flutterflies, and you were able to, you know, just create yourself in a whole new way than you were before, and this person was actually the catalyst. So
Yes,
yeah, send the love, send the love.
Damaris, está bien, está bien. I will do that in private. I can't put it out there. God forbid
Yes,
he sees it.
of course. Yes, you got to do it
No,
in
there's no
private,
hate.
of
I'm gonna
course.
just say that there is no hate be- towards me. I mean, from
Yeah.
me to him anymore. So I love this. I love all the positive messages. Hello, Manny Troche, Grisel, Judith. I want to send a huge shout out to Judith. She is one of our 2022 honorees. Actually, she's back. She's been waiting for her
Congratulations.
recognition prior to COVID. COVID hit, and it changed our world around.
Yes.
So March
Yep.
27th at our Flutterflies Women's Empowerment Luncheon, thank goodness Judith will finally be receiving her recognition, her appreciation from
Awesome.
Flutterflies. So I again invite everyone to join us. It's going to be a beautiful luncheon. It's going to be at the Radisson on Motor Parkway in Hauppauge out here in Suffolk County. So Grisel, I'm letting you know in advance. Everyone get those tickets nice and early. You'll spend a beautiful day out in Long Island. It's a beautiful event, so I hope everyone can join us. And then I also want to share, I want to send some more love. Flutterflies is finally launching its first book. Our first edition is going to be in Spanish. So I know I have a couple of my co-authors, of the beautiful co-authors, on the line tonight. So a huge shout out to Inge, to Ana Figueroa. I'm trying to see who else is on that is in the book, but we have a total of, including myself, 15 ladies that are going to be co-authors
Awesome.
in this book. So our next edition will be in English. So to all those that are only English, they only speak English and write English, not dual language, right? I will definitely share,
Yes.
send that invitation, and hopefully, this is a great opportunity to tell your story, and that's what Flutterfly is about. The book is going to be about sharing your story, sharing your journey from maybe a place where the sun wasn't shining too much, right?
Yeah.
And sharing your journey, and the book is called My Journey from Caterpillar to Butterfly, because how
Yeah.
the caterpillar, they don't know if they're going to live or survive, what's going on. I think every woman has gone at some point in their life feeling like a caterpillar. And then I want you guys
Yes.
to share in this book, or my co-authors share, how did they gain their wings? You know, what was the outcome? So Damaris, like you shared, you went through, or even myself went through that journey with our ex, right? But we learned an important
Yeah.
lesson. When we learned that lesson, that's when we gained our we earned our wings. So I'm going to keep
Absolutely.
everybody posted on that. So I love it. I love it. I love it. So going back to the 2022 goals, I hope everyone has set at least, I'm going to give everybody homework, at least 3 goals if you haven't done so already, because I've only seen a couple of comments regarding the goals. So I'm going to go back. What is one of your 2022 goals? I know, Damaris, you definitely said about being courageous, facing that fear factor. And
Yeah.
there's a lot of steps when it comes to that. Um, Definitely, I think
Yeah.
Flutterflies is definitely leveling up. But when I level up, I have to face fear. I have to become courageous.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
have a couple of things. So I'll share a funny story with you. I have a couple of things lined up. Before I share let me share my story first. Lately, when I start thinking of things, I have my little pads here and there. I'm trying to get organized and use a notebook and put all my notes in there. I haven't put it into a habit yet. So now I had this great idea. I was really pretty much meditating on something, and I came up and something came to light. The first thing I grabbed, I have a chalkboard in my office, but it's full because it has the full schedule for the year. I took the chalk. Now on my wall, I have all these messages on my wall of things I want to do. So I had Liz come over today. Andres stopped by, and they're looking at my wall like, what's going on? So listen, whatever it takes, you need to, the reason I share this is, when you have goals, thinking about them, that's great. You put them on a piece of paper, that's great. But if you put that piece of paper and then you put books on top of it, you're burying that goal. That goal, you thought about it once and that's it. When you definitely say, these are my goals, I'm going to lose weight, I'm going to go back to school, I'm going to read a book a month, I'm going to eat healthier, I'm going to spend more time with my friends. Write that, put that message, that goal somewhere that you're going to see it every single day, a few times a day. So for me, my wall in my office works.
Yeah.
Put it on your fridge, put it in the bathroom, on the bathroom mirror, put it in your closet. So when you're going to get your clothes out for the day, put it by your makeup drawer, whatever it is, but put it somewhere that you're going to see it every single day. So that's my
Yeah.
little tip for
Your
the goal.
vision wall.
Listen, it's going to be a vision wall. I'm
Word
telling you.
wall.
I'm going to take a picture so you guys can see. But I share this as well because on Saturday, this Saturday, we're going to have a free vision board workshop. It's going to be from 4 to 7 at Adelante. That's out in Brentwood, Long Island. The address is 1030 3rd Avenue in Brentwood. Check out our Flutterflies Facebook page. The flyer is on the page. Um, there's no fee. If you want to bring something to share, something delicious to share, you're more than welcome. And then the materials that you need, a poster board, you can get that at the Dollar Tree. Or if you have kids and they have construction paper, bring a couple of sheets of construction paper, a couple of magazines, markers, and then I'll give you everything else. We're gonna do a worksheet. It's because it's not about just cutting out images and putting them on a piece of poster board. No, there's a lot more to that. So Damaris, a couple of years ago, we did the vision board together. We spoke about the law of attraction, right? So
yeah, yes,
we're going to touch on that. So it's a really nice class. It's going to be about 3 hours long. But again, we're going to also, have some conversation. If you're in the area, if you have, some availability Saturday from 4 to 7, you're more than welcome. Just send me a quick message through Messenger, or if you have my number through text, just so I can know, so I know I should be expecting you. Okay. Another one of our co-authors, Carmen Fuentes, saludos. Hello, Elizabeth Flores. She goes, yes, I love that walk. Thank you, Liz. Manny Trocha says, great to see you two ladies here from Honduras. Todavía tú estás paseando. Dios mío, I think he got stuck.
Wow.
I hope you're doing
with the
well.
Snow, probably.
So we're about to wrap this up. So I want everyone to please really think about those goals. Okay. It's very important. We don't want to stay in the same place, right? Month to month, we should be growing, and for growing for someone can be differently from what you're thinking, right? Growing for me, maybe I'm more into the audio books lately. So I'm really trying to read a lot more this year. I'm trying to build my relationship with God. That's something else that I'm really working on.
So important. So important.
But those are my goals, right? So my steps, maybe listening to a book for an hour a month, may be great. For someone else, it could be reading a whole book a month, whatever it is. But please put those goals into place. Everyone has homework, 3 goals at least. If you don't have any yet, 3 goals. Think about it tonight. Put it on a nice sheet of paper in nice bold letters. Put it on your mirror somewhere that you're going to see it every single day. And then you're going to start putting what are your next steps to achieve those goals. After that, if you want to lose weight, how are you going to lose weight? I'm going to start eating cleaner. I'm going to go for a walk 10 minutes a day. I'm going to make
drinking lots of water, right?
Recipe. I'm sorry. What was that?
Drinking lots of water.
Drinking a lot of water. So whatever it is, make those steps. But again, if you're available Saturday, I would love to see you, and we can work on the vision board together. So Damaris, what else do you have for us before we say goodbye to our beautiful friends?
Well, if I could leave everybody with a message, is not to make saying I love you such an effort. Let it come with ease. We take a lot of people for granted. Acknowledge who you're taking for granted and just tell them, listen, I love what you're doing. I love this or that. Whatever they're doing, acknowledge them and let them know. That will motivate them to keep doing it, and it shouldn't be such an effort. It shouldn't. I feel like it's an effort for a lot of people to say, I love you.
Yes. You know what I've noticed? I'll share something. I say I love you. It becomes really free with some people. For some reason, when it comes to my immediate family, it's like I have to think about it. Like,
why?
I have no idea.
Why is that? Do you think that because they're your family, you don't have to let them know? Or do you think that they should already know that you love them? Why?
I don't know. This is something that I've been thinking about for the last probably few months. And I'm like, why is it so hard for us to say I love you to each other? Like, we'll say it sometimes like, oh, I love you, baby, like stuff like that. But when it comes like to my parents or to my sisters, it's like, why is it so hard to say? And it bothers me. So I really have to think about it. I have to go in deep to really come up with an answer.
Yeah.
but that's something. But with everybody else, like for those that know Elsa Ford, that she passed away um last year. I keep in touch with her husband, Harold. We actually spoke today, and we're always saying I love you to each other, and it comes so freely. I feel like he needs to hear it from me, so that might be a reason. I feel like my parents, they don't need to hear, but I know deep down inside everyone loves to hear I love you, but
Everybody loves to hear it.
I'll
Yeah.
keep you guys posted. I got to think about this more. I gotta put myself into a session.
Keep us posted. Keep us posted. Keep us posted. It
So
should be, it should come out with ease.
So, Grisel, it's March 27th. March 27th is the Women's Empowerment Luncheon from 1 to 5. I want to say 5 p.m. 1 to 5. It's a beautiful luncheon. We're going to have some great honorees. We're going to have actually a tribute to Elsa Ford, my beautiful Elsa Ford. So it's going to be a beautiful event. So I hope everyone can definitely join us. So I think that is it. I think I shared about the vision board. Um, for those that want to participate in the Flutterflies magazine, please connect with me because we do have space for if you want to put an article or an ad, definitely reach out and I will share all that information. So Damaris, as always, it's always a pleasure to do this program with you.
Likewise.
I love all those comments that everyone or our viewers shared with us
Yes.
tonight. It makes me so happy, believe me. So
Yes.
I
And
hope
we love them because without them, what's the point of the
it
show,
was just
right?
me and you,
So much
me and
love
you,
to
Orlando, just
everybody.
you and I
Yeah.
talking. That's it.
Yes. Much love. We love you guys. Really.
Absolutely. So I just a final reminder, the vision board this Saturday, March 27th is the Women's Empowerment Luncheon. And yes, gentlemen, you are invited. You can attend. We do have quite a few gentlemen that come out and support us, and we love to see that as well. And next week,
Yeah.
at this time next week, Wednesday, we'll do Entre Mujeres, and that is with I have three beautiful co-hosts for that one. So that's going to be next Wednesday at 8 p.m. So final shout outs. Hello to Migdalia from Arizona. I'm not sure how the weather's out there. I hope
Wow.
it was out there. She said it was a little cool. So hello to Migdalia. Elaine, thank you again for that beautiful yoga session last night. We had a blast. Oh my God, let me tell you, let me share the last final thoughts. If Elaine, excellent yoga instructor. So if you need a yoga instructor out in the Suffolk area, reach out to her. She did a beautiful class with the children, then she did the adult class. It was so nice that one of the ladies fell asleep at the end because you know how you just have to relax
Wow.
and sleep.
Relaxing. Yep.
She fell asleep. I was like a little
I
jealous.
love to see that. I love to see
She
that.
went so deep. I was almost falling, but I kept on, like, I was attentive, like, no, I can't
Fight
fall.
it. You fight it.
I fight it.
I
I
did
fight
a
it all
Reiki
the time.
session yesterday, and the person too fell asleep. And I love that because
I love
their
it.
body just goes to a different dimension.
But let me tell you,
It's
Elaine, I'm
wonderful.
sharing because I know you're on. This morning, last night I slept like a baby. I haven't slept for like a baby for months. So this morning I wake up, and you do that morning stretch. I did the morning stretch. I stood halfway. I was like, oh my gosh, my body was killing me because I haven't worked out in months now, right?
Yeah.
So it was an excellent class. It was a little bit tough for the first day, yes, but it was excellent. I wouldn't have changed it. We did a plank.
Awesome.
We did, our legs over here, the stretching, the this. It was a beautiful class, right? But this morning, my body was feeling it. But I feel good. You know that good pain that you're like, wow.
Yeah.
It's like I lost 10 pounds already. That's how I felt. I felt light.
That's
So
great. You feel energized.
absolutely. And that's exactly how it went. So I want to thank everyone for such a beautiful evening. Thank
Thank
you for
you.
making me smile. I think Damaris feels the same way. So don't forget
Yes, absolutely.
Next Wednesday, 8 p.m. Conversaciones entre Mujeres. That will be a Spanish segment. So thank you so much, Damaris. I will see you soon.
Thank
Thank
you.
you to
All right.
everyone.
Bye,
Have a
ladies.
blessed
Bye, everybody.